Nigeria nwekwenu mmadụ, but at the same time, mmadụ na-akọ na Nigeria. This is an Igbo proverb meaning, while Nigeria is endowed with huge human resources, Nigeria lacks huge human resources. You may not understand what I mean right now, but please reason with me, okay? I listened to Malam Nasir El-Rufai's presentation with Sheun Akimbaloye this August 2025, and I was flabbergasted. If you haven't watched that video, please do. There are so many things to learn from Malam Nasir El-Rufai. Hate him or love him. Yes. Of a truth, no politician in Nigeria deserves my 10 minutes. Yes, except Mr. Peter Obi. In fact, even if he has more than an hour interview, I listened to him at least twice back to back. Sometimes I rewind, I try to get his points, and there is a lot of reasons why I listen to Mr. Peter Obi. Not necessarily because I am his followers, no, or I am an obedient, no, but the guy has it. When you listen to Mr. Peter Obi, you hear compassion speak, you hear empathy speak, you hear competence speak, you hear character speak, you hear the zeal, the passion to make things better from Mr. Peter Obi. So that is some of the reasons why I listen to him. Apart from him, the only person that really got my attention recently is Malam Nasir El-Rufai. Like I said, hate him or love him, he got it. Malam Nasir El-Rufai is an asset to any political affiliation in Nigeria. I repeat, hate him or love him. There are so many elements to that video. If you want to learn how to present yourself in a convincing manner, watch that video. If you want to understand what it means to be charismatic, watch that video. If you want to understand how to speak clearly and present your thoughts in a clear and logical sense, watch that video. If you want to be a good public speaker, watch that video. If you want to know how to market yourself or sell your product, watch that video. If nothing else, learn those things from Malam Nasir El-Rufai and Mr. Peter Obi. Yes, I was so flabbergasted, but the truth is that it takes a good listener to catch Malam Nasir El-Rufai. Yes, it takes a good listener to hold him and say, Mr. Man, you are wrong here, or you are right there. If you don't listen intently, okay, you'll be carried away, you'll be blown away by his speech mannerism. However, honestly, he is my model moving forward when it comes to presentation, possessing the charisma that a leader should have in order to command influence or influence command. But there are some few things I want to highlight, and Malam Nasir El-Rufai, if you see this video, please provide me an answer. First, you said that endorsing Muslim tickets is a strategy to win the election of 2023. Question 1. Did you win the election? What does it mean to win the election? You know, sometimes I feel like it is not necessarily that Nigeria does not have the best brains in our polity. But the truth is that the gifts which these guys have They don't want to use it for the general interests of our nation called Nigeria. You endorsed Muslim ticket as a strategy to win the election. Did you win the election? Finally. In truth, you came out on Twitter and confessed that the election was rigged against a presidential candidate. Second, assuming but not conceding that you won the election, how about your principles? How about winning the heart of the people? Where is your book? Where is your name written? In which book? In the book of winners or in the book of losers? Or in the book of mourners, those who are now mourning? You see, this Nigeria, one beautiful thing about Nigeria is that it is turn by turn limited. Everybody will be served this breakfast. Malam Nasiru, just within how many years you now become one of the chief opposition leaders? Did you envisage a few months ago or a few years ago that you would be an opposition leader? Well, a similar question like this was asked in that video, and you were very smart in providing the answer. But your answers still beggar questions. You know, deep inside of you, deep in your heart, you did not utilize the gifts that you have. The charisma, the intelligence, the intellect, the ability to speak and convince people. You did not use those gifts for the general interests of the Nigerian people. You are coming up now asking us to believe you. No doubt, we can believe you, but you need to step up your game. I cannot really understand why leaders, not just in Nigeria, end up becoming very, very bad and huge disappointment to those who trust them. We have the likes of Adolf Hitler. He was so much loved and cherished by the German people. Unknown to the German people that the trust which they had bestowed on him was to ruin the whole world. Sometimes we allow arrogance, pride, to encroach in our lives in a way that we don't see any other thing but ourselves, our interests. But at the same time, we are sitting on the trusts of the masses. I am sure that if Malam Nasir El-Rufai foresaw this day, he wouldn't have endorsed the Muslim ticket. Can we do the right thing for one day? Can we make sacrifice just for posterity? Our current politicians, most of them are busy immersing, siphoning, and stealing the common patrimony and wealth of our nation, Nigeria. Because they know that Nigeria is turn by turn. So most of them will decide, oh my gosh, let me grab as much as I can at this point, so that when it gets to my turn, at least I will know that I have benefited something. But the truth is this: ask yourself, are you on the winning team? What do you define as a winning team? Please use your gift wisely. You cannot be charismatic for the destruction of your society. You cannot be clear and convincing in your thoughts for negative reasons. Society doesn't grow that way. Society doesn't flourish that way. I am sure that Tinubu could have done better, just that he doesn't want to choose to do better. He has the acumen, the skill set, the ability to do well. But his choice at this point is so narrow. He sees things from a very narrow perspective, And that is why Nigeria is where it is today. Leaders lead right. Do not sell the trust that the masses have bestowed on you on a platter of gold. Don't betray trust. You will end up coming back to those masses that you betrayed their trust, and you will find yourself even worse off than they are. So, but at this time, I want to ask you guys a question. Haven't seen Malam Nasir El-Rufai, if you have watched him, if you follow him, and his courage, his confidence, and competence, do you think that he could be a formidable vice presidential candidate if all the parties, in this case, would zone their presidential tickets to the south? Or do you think that Dr. Dati Baba Ahmed would be a better vice presidential candidate? I have some personal issues, not personal, but some issues with Dati Baba Ahmed. I feel lately that he is under pressure, and the pressure is affecting his thoughts, the courage that I used to know him of, the confidence that I used to know him of, the clear thoughts and logical presentations that I used to know him of. Lately, Dati Baba Ahmed is falling my hand, to be honest. But come to think of it, I would like you to please let me know if you would prefer Dati Baba Ahmed or Malam Nasir El-Rufai. Please be objective in your reasons. Thank you.